Hello, everyone. And this is Grumpy Cat here to welcome you to TFT Tarot for Today.
Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee, not Grumpy Cat.
And the reason Grumpy Cat is there, though, is because there's something about our cats, right?
Our cats have been really attention grabbers lately, so I'm trying a little trick today. Guess who got some catnip right before the show? All of them. It is my hope, since they're older now, that they will pass out instead of go crazy.
One down. But so Grumpy Cat may be the surrogate for our cats.
So, but I don't know. One is roaming around down there and may make an appearance. Hey, so I just want to let Pragya and everybody else know I've got the list. You're all on the list. No problems. But we are going to make a little change up today, as been my tradition. First off, though, we're going to do a card for the collective. That's one thing that is happening right now. I see January Girl joined us. I've got you on the list too, January. Welcome. Hope everybody is doing great. My card for the collective today is going to be from my new Affirmators deck for creativity. Just some nice, fun little affirmations. And if we're all lucky, we'll get one of the bonus cards today, which gives an extra oomph to our day. Come on, Mr. O, pick a bonus card.
A bonus card. Sounds like a plan.
What do you got? No bonus, but it's an important card. They're all very nice cards. This is about getting it out there, getting it out.
Sounds like my kind of card.
I value myself in the things I have to say. This sounds like a Banshee card. Even if all I have in me is a few words, well, we know that's not true about me. Even if they're spoken in a whisper, and we also know that's not true about me. Even if they're written on a dirty napkin and hidden in the bottom of my junk drawer. Now that sounds like me. I'm still going to get those thoughts out of me. And notice that the universe, or at least the drawer bottom, is a more interesting place because of me. Word up, or I guess down, on paper. So,
and I see Libra Cusp has joined us.
Hey
and
there.
Also
Gaurav
and
Irish.
Welcome everyone who's joined us. Happy Sunday afternoon, if it's Sunday afternoon where you're at.
And
or
Irish.
Evening, or whatever it is.
Well, first off, everybody in the room, on I believe it's June 30th, somebody in our chat room is having a birthday. And since they usually can't make it to our Thursday evening chats, I thought today we would do the birthday spread, the candle spread reading that I have for them. And
did you clear this with corporate?
Oh, man. I never clear anything with corporate. Let me make that clear.
Yes. Correct answer.
Very non-corporate person here. So, at any rate, what I wanted to say was that KC is having a birthday on the 30th. And so happy, everybody, wish KC a happy birthday. In honor of that, we're going to move him to the top of the list, but the order remains the same otherwise. And I'm going to do my birthday candle wish spread for KC. So, hey, KC, I need to not light on fire my tablet. And you need to make a birthday wish.
Happy birthday, Kellyo.
And I am going to get cards going. And just for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, we'll go through this quickly for KC. This is it in there? I got it. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a little glare there. My birthday candle spread that I make for birthdays. You make a wish, and it'll tell you what's going on with your wish in the year ahead. Hi, Egg Lady. I'm going to pass the notes to you to add people to the list to make sure I get them all. And hey, KC, as we get started here, I have my, today I do have my Shadow with Spirit Within Tarot. Mr. O might have a favorite or two of yours. What do you have?
I have the Tarot of the Mermaids.
Yeah.
I also have the Karma.
The ginormous
music,
Karma Tarot.
the pretty ones.
Yeah.
And of course my Nefertari Golden Tarot.
So, KC, which deck would you like us to use for your reading? And after you decide, we're going to blow out this candle.
Or burn the house down.
Or, yeah. You might notice, Gina, we used that candle for your birthday, too. Basically, it is because, let's move that back in here. Basically, it's because I think that's the only birthday candle I have in the house right now. Nefertari deck. Nefertari deck?
All right.
All right, we'll get started. And shall we blow the candle out for KC? Ready?
Yes, hold on a minute.
All right. One,
Ready?
2, 3. All righty.
Good luck.
Go. Okay, and I know he's got the list here. I'm going to go over it while he's shuffling really quick. After KC will be Angel Mary, Pragya, Alma, Cheryl, Esoterics, Dominic, Gina, January Girl, Libra Cusp, Gaurav, Irish Capricorn, Egg Lady, and Nicole. So hang in there with us for a 2-hour show. Thanks everybody this morning for coming to my Material Matters video premiere. Really appreciated that and had fun chatting with you all. There were some interesting readings today for sure. This week's going to be interesting for more than a few of us, especially us fire signs.
Whew. Caliente. Somebody said that.
All right.
There you go, Casey. Week long. I approve.
Bravo. You know I approve.
I'll let you do the spread.
Yep. Well, we're going to put them out one card at a time, I think. And the first card is the lessons you've learned in the past year regarding your wish. And it's Temperance, Casey. You know, maybe it's to take it in increments, step by step, achieving your wish. You know, make sure you're maintaining a balanced approach to achieving your wish.
I just say it's in general patience, waiting for the right thing to happen because you know it's coming. It's just got its own schedule.
Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah.
Card 2, recent past, the last 3 to 4 months. What's been happening regarding my wish?
What is that?
Well, we have the Empress. Holy moly, you've got 2 major arcana, KC. So what's been happening regarding your wish? Well, I think, you've been going through a really creative, productive time. You've been working towards something you really desire. It's been kind of a goal-driven period for you in a time where you've been thinking very creatively, taking a creative approach of how to get there.
It may also be, too, that you really have assembled or created a sense of your pattern and how to really look at your cycle, plan your cycle for months ahead, a year ahead. So a lot of this is like you understand the relationship of seasons and time towards these projects that we're talking about, your dreams.
Future trends, what the next 6 months will hold in regards to your wish. Well, it is the 10 of Pentacles and it's reversed. So, I'm not going to say it's like setbacks, but, there may be something related to family or family issues, maybe family money, something that has to be taken care of and addressed before you move forward. Maybe there's just some loose ends in regards to something related to family.
It's bound to probably cost you something. If it doesn't actually cost you money, it may be something else that you consider what you have to invest there. Like maybe you have to spend more time resolving paperwork, a will, things like that. So that's probably, just putting sort of steps in front or sidetracks there with your wish.
This is really an interesting reading, KC. Obstacles to overcome in the next year to obtain your wish, or ways in which you can obtain your wish. Well, it's reversed, but it's another major arcana card. It's the Justice card. And so, I think justice is in a way about balance again, and finding ways to achieve some kind of balance. Whether it is fair play amongst people that you're dealing with, if this involves other people, it's just being treated fairly and appropriately, or if it's just within yourself, it's, again, I think it kind of ties in a way with the Temperance card. Can you find that balance? Can you find that harmony that you need in order to press forward?
Will it be possible that there might be some legal obstacles or challenges? For example, if anything related to your wish involves more free movement between countries or whatever, and I know you're over there where you can easily geographically move around, but maybe because of situations there might be a little bit of a bottlenecking over there, or something that's creating a legalism there, that they're going to want extra paperwork or take more time to review paperwork or something.
Okay, now it's the progress made towards achieving your wish by year's end. And why does my not-so-favorite card always got to pop up somewhere? Here we go again. It's the Five of Swords, and it's reversed. You want to tackle that one first? I've been going.
No, I don't. But I do.
Notice how I turf off the cards I don't like to him. Well,
it could be one of
basically
those
the progress made.
Darned if you do, you're darned if you don't. That to some degree, you're going to have to kind of cut loose and make maybe some, cut your losses kind of things. Actually, that's the word I'm looking for. Like some, decisions where you maybe are going to cut away some stuff, loosen a load, loosen some of the baggage kind of things. Maybe that means confronting somebody, possibly.
And to me too, the swords are a very mental card, and I get the feeling that maybe it's clearing out some mental clutter that you need to do, whether it's, sometimes this card talks about making amends, etc. Maybe it's a matter of clearing out something that's been weighing heavily on you that you need to let go of in order to move forward.
Okay.
The outlook for getting your wish by your next birthday? Whoa, 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 va, va, boom. It's the Queen of Pentacles, upright. Let's have a big cheer for that one. I always think when I do this birthday spread, I have to give a negative card at the end. It's kind of a downer on somebody's birthday. But, hey, it is what it is, and we have to be realists and about our goals and our wishes. But the Queen of Pentacles is all systems go, I would think. There's really great management here. If you're worried about time management, if you're worried about getting things done and, kind of nose to the grindstone kind of thing, no problemo. This person's got it all together, very organized and success driven, and maybe a little bit of money too.
I feel the earth move
here's his
under
dance.
my feet. That's it. But to me, sometimes the Queen of Pentacles is kind of like a different sort of surrogate for maybe the World card. It sort of humanizes the concept behind the World card. So to me, it's emblematic maybe of a person who's highly creative and just really, pulls that whole thing together. So that's
so like you had, Casey, just a quick thing. 1, 2, half of the reading was major arcana cards, really. So
yeah, strong forces for your wish.
Yeah. So, awesome year ahead, definitely. Good luck to you and happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
In advance. So we can get on with the show. Hey,
okay.
We don't want to forget about anybody else, but it was a special day. And I just want to say, we did this also today for another good reason, because next week is getting into next Sunday is getting into August, and it is literally anniversary time for us.
That's right. It's literally a year and a day. Wink, wink. Because we did have our first broadcast last August early. I don't remember exactly when. It might have been the 4th, actually.
It was close. We'll have to look that up. But also, that mirrors the same time I got on Twitter, was in August of last year. That'll be my 1-year anniversary on Twitter. And I think it was right around that time, maybe just before, we set up our Facebook page. So
Yeah, pretty much. Mhm.
So that got us going. So we're going to have some big celebrations coming. Plus, there's going to be something special fairly soon that will be viewable on YouTube.
And it's just sort of like a silly look back.
Ah!
What?
You gave it away.
Oh, you wanted me to...
We're doing go ahead.
A silly look back at last year.
Yeah.
There you go. I
Yeah,
gave it all away.
absolutely. It's little snips from some of our streams and specials and things like that. So, hope you will tune in. It's not very long.
Thanks, Casey.
And will be fun. And
All
you are
right.
welcome, Casey. And thanks for that, August 4th, yep. Which, interestingly enough, was my late Aunt Mary's birthday. Somebody very dear and special to me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no surprise that I somehow managed that day to be our first live stream. All right.
All right, let's get
So,
going.
hey, Angel Mary, you are up. And then after Angel, I'll just go again. After Angel Mary will be Pragya, Alma, Cheryl, Esoterics, Dominic, Gina, January Girl, Libra Cusp, Gorav, Irish, Egg Lady, and Nicole.
All right.
In August, alrighty. Yours or mine? Oh, I'll use mine. You use
Okay,
yours
go ahead.
Use that. Use my Dark Woods Tarot. The art is by Abigail Larson. Sasha Graham does the book.
And
right.
hi, Sal.
Oh, hi, Estelle.
Whoops.
I'll get you on the list. It's kind of a long list, Estelle, just to let you know.
And Banshee, do you remember how you were
Hey, Divine You. Welcome, welcome.
teasing me about these slippery cards and dropping them?
Yes, I do, Mr. O. Are you dropping them more?
It's happening again.
Oh, I know. They're slippery. What happened to my other reading? Oh, it fell on the ground.
Alrighty, I
Speaking
think I
of
managed to
slippery
get through
things,
this.
Let me just, hold on, hang tight. Okay.
What's coming for you in August?
All right. Well, we have the Eight of Cups and it's reversed. We have the Lovers upright. And we have the King of, I think that's Wands reversed. Is that right? Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Angel Mary, it certainly does sound like it could be a love reading, but I'm not sure. But it looks that way. The eight, you've got some emotion card here. You've got this dynamic King of Wands, but he is reversed. So I get the feeling that you might have some choices to make in August in regards to
A relationship.
relationships, emotional matters. This is the King of Cups reversed, and that kind of indicates maybe, oh man, it only worked for so long. Maybe Sunny
Right,
is here. Watch your drink. Maybe there will be some return of somebody from your past. I think that's a possibility here. Or that you might be reconnecting with someone or something from your past that brought you some success before. You may have some choices to make. I mean, if people, if there is relationship potentials here, I don't know, maybe there might be the possibility of more than one. But I will say that you have to watch out for somebody who might be coming into your life, or maybe somebody that you already know who is very domineering, really very self-oriented and kind of callous. So I would be a little bit careful with this person. I kind of think that they could also have a little bit of a mean anger streak about them.
Check on that, of course, the idea of some, callous kind of person. But I sort of get this feeling that there's this running away from, or it's a running towards, or it's a little bit of both. Like maybe there's a cycle going on where there's something that sort of is a good relationship, but there's something that has some toxic up and downs about it. And so maybe there's something that's not resolved, and maybe that's what that means, is that ultimately there's somebody who does have something going on in a personality. And I don't know that this is a situation that's just playing out in August, but it may be something that bears some examination. It may be that there's just a really questioning of your values or someone else's values that you might have in a relationship, or someone you're thinking about. Something like that, perhaps.
Well, and here's another thing I want you to maybe consider, Angel Mary, because sometimes, even though this looks like another person coming into your life, this could be a reflection on something you yourself are experiencing and going through. And so I'm thinking here too, maybe if you do reconnect with somebody from the past, or somebody new comes into your life, be careful you don't make any rash, hasty decisions about this person that you might regret later. Sometimes the King of Wands is somebody who, might just be wanting to move forward with something before everything's been flushed out, like maybe before you know enough about the person, etc. So just be mindful of that, and that your own behavior is better than that. I mean, we don't want to rush into things, because oftentimes that can lead into trouble. But I don't know why I keep thinking there's a past connection. Did you go into that a little bit
It's
here?
possible. Is that what makes you think that?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, that's why I said it's a cycle, possibly. Like,
Okay.
maybe it just is going around and around a little bit. It has a cycle. So I don't know.
Are we buffering again?
We are not. We have not lost any frames. It looks like we're riding high. So it may possibly be your own
It
connection.
might be on your end, guys. And Divine You, I don't know why you didn't get a notification. Did others get a notification we were up? Because it seemed like we had people in the room pretty early. So I don't know. Maybe there's stuff going on with the internet out there.
Okay, so you have done a Lenormand.
Well, it's a real oddball combination I have here. I have the Anchor. I have the Snake. And so, I would be careful if you do, Angel Mary, start a new relationship. Be sure to check things out. No rushing, just like this card kind of indicated, because it seems as though there could be some duplicities or some things that you need to really know about this person. There could be things that they're trying to keep from you. And that seems to be, I hate to say it, so I'm wondering if this relationship may come and go, because it seems to be kind of, with the Anchor here, I feel like something that's part of their personality. They're not a very upfront, honest person.
Well, I would like to leave it on a lighter note and say that, of course, some of these things are still suggesting movement, even if they're looking at them in a contrary way. So it may be that if you're hoping to affect a change here, this does seem to have some merit for that. But I do feel that the Anchor does sort of show in my opinion, what I'm seeing is that it's maybe holding you to somebody who is duplicitous. And so you just have to recognize that. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
Okay. And that's what we have for you, Angel Mary. I hope that helps. And thanks again for being here. Hey, Pragya, you are up. After Pragya is Alma, Cheryl, Esoterics, Dominic, Gina, January Girl, Libra Cusp, Gaurav, Irish, Egg Lady, Nicole, Asel, and Divine You.
You're welcome.
You are very welcome. We'll use a different deck. Shuffle these.
And the fur is flying, as I say.
The fur is flying. I did not have a chance to brush him. Feel
But
bad.
He's very mellow. Due to catnip, no doubt. Right?
Hey, Pragya, are you still with us? I'm just checking. I know we have a delay sometime. You are next.
I'll go ahead and type them in.
And I'm going to be using for this reading the one I used for my Material Matters today, the Spirit Within Tarot by Stephen Bright. It is actually fast becoming a favorite deck of mine. I have a lot of favorites.
You used that in the Material Matters today, and I really like its clearness. It has just a nice, clear, distinct look that makes it stand out. It's kind of interesting because, you know, it doesn't have all the detail that some other decks have. So,
but its use of color is really nice.
It pulls you in.
Well, we'll give Pragya a couple more minutes, just a minute or two. Do you have any announcements to make, Mr.? Well, just stay tuned for our video, which is it going to come out? Do you think it should come out on our anniversary? We haven't even decided that yet.
Well, it'll be soon.
We need a corporate meeting.
It'll be soon. I've gotten it pretty down, but of course there's all our other programming. And of course, didn't somebody promise a new Soul Stories?
Yes, someone did. I should get that out. I really should. So,
That's
okay.
right.
We're going to have all kinds of stuff happening. We might have a new banner on our YouTube channel soon. Change up some of our info on our pages. I think I'm working to create a better web page soon. And I'm going to have a whole heck of a lot to do, as well as Mr. Retired Boy here.
Right, we're finalizing some of our banking setup, so that may be happening too. We'll probably start with
A question.
accepting some donations. Well, you know, I've only done it once or twice, Kellyo, and I think I did
The
it.
premieres, he means. He's
The
been doing that.
premieres. I mean, I normally, in recent weeks, I've fluctuated the time. I've been looking for the best time. So most recently, I was doing it on Thursdays at 3. But then this last Friday, it came out at 10, and I was there in the chat room for it. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that. I might just finalize them being on Fridays, but maybe not as a premiere.
Or maybe later in the day. He might try 3 o'clock on Fridays because we know people work. And so it's harder, you know, for them in the early morning to sit with him in the chat. But we'll see. We'll give it a shot one more time. It's either going to be a 10 or a 3 on Friday.
Fair warning, maybe it's not a good idea. I'm the kind of person that I would probably inspire people to tell me their secrets.
Oh, geez, Scorpio. Can't imagine.
And thanks, Irish, for saying that just now. It's a good segue for me.
Yeah. Okay, Pragya has not responded.
Yeah,
so
we
are
should
gonna
move on, I think.
I'm going to put Pragya at the bottom. Alma, you are up.
Alrighty. And the Sunman is
And
melting
after
into the
Alma
table
will
here.
be Cheryl, Esoterics, Dominic, Gina, January Girl, Libra, Cusp, Gaurav, Irish, Egg Lady, Nicole, Asel, Divine You, and then Pragya.
Okay, we have your question.
All right.
Gonna use that deck there?
Yeah, do we want to do a yes, no, and
Sure.
maybe caveat cards after if needed?
Yeah. No wonder I got hair all over me because I'm putting my face next to his and he's just shedding right now. What is that?
Well, he had a
somewhere?
good dose of catnip.
Yeah, he's pretty mellow. He
So
does.
my
Yeah,
hope
catnip.
was that if he came up here, he wouldn't be as antsy going back and forth. He would just kind of pass out and look cute on camera, which he's good at doing.
He likes to watch us
Did I get
or
you to
himself.
shuffle?
No, I haven't shuffled him, so it's kind of fun. Don't you?
You look very sporty today.
Really? I just have a T-shirt on that says endangered, and I believe it's referring to the endangered reader. signal there. Obviously a library t-shirt.
I think I got it. We got it at a library conference, did we not?
Sounds familiar, or you did. One of us did. We both go to some. Was this the ALA one? Okay, that's right. Well, thank you anyway, Mr. Kellio. So let's see what's up with Alma.
Well, it's leaning towards no, Alma, but I think maybe, okay, first off, we have the Fool reversed. We have the Emperor upright. And we have the Ace of Wands reversed. So I'm thinking it's leaning towards no. And part of it is I think that there might be actually a relationship for you, but it may not turn out the way you wanted it to. It's like a false start. I think that there could be some missteps. And maybe it's possible because this person seems to be
Bossy.
bossy, sure, in control, wants to be in control, but also they may have like a whole lot going on in their lives, a lot of responsibility, and they just can't really give you the attention that you deserve. What do you think?
I kind of get that too. I mean, I sort of thought like this represented some sort of dichotomy, the other two there, but I thought it could be the possibility that it might involve maybe more than one relationship or transitioning from. But I actually now believe that it's more what Banshee says, that maybe there's somebody who's out there, but ultimately they're probably going to be more of a friend kind of thing, or not necessarily a serious relationship. Or it's going to just take a while to really get anything going. So if you're looking for something, more earnestly, because this too, that Ace of Wands sort of sounds like delays too a little bit.
Yeah, and it's really funny.
Trust issues even.
Alma, when I look at this, it's like, I see this man here with a lot of responsibility and stuff, and he looks really dynamic and definitely like a catch, But then it's kind of like, well, I can fit you in on a Tuesday from this to this, He's just so busy and overworked that I just don't think he's going to give you the time that you need.
Well, we've
and
talked
really
with some
get
other
this off
folks
to the
too
ground.
about that too, where just like there's somebody who is sort of holding you on. They want to keep in position with you, but they really can't make the time to really make a relationship, but they're trying to keep a position or a rank there.
I just pulled a card, the Queen of Cups, for you, and I get the feeling that, this clearly says you are very ready and open and receptive for a good relationship. And this tells me, just hang on for it. Just hang on because, you deserve better than I think what I saw there.
So let's do the
But
Lenormand.
let's do the Lenormand and see if anything else might be up next year.
You're so mellow, son man.
Went on catnip. That snake card came up again, but here we are. We have the mountains. And we have the snake. And, I don't know why I'm taking a different approach when I saw this, Alma. I'm kind of looking to myself and thinking to myself, I think sometimes maybe we put some of the obstacles there ourselves. It may seem like a relationship will never come or the one that you're looking for, but I'm saying the snake is deceiving you that way. It's not really all that hard as you make it out to be, and it's not really a block that it's not happening now. It's really just that it's not the right time.
Well, I'm almost seeing like there's this other idea too that is a possibility, and that is that you know who this person is, this snakier person, but maybe you're trying to work with them, and that's what the obstacle is that you want to trust them more than you should, and that keeps putting you in the middle of certain situations or some amount of advantage being taken of you. Now, if that's not actually what's happening, it's just could be how it could play out with that kind of person that we've been talking about. So I don't say anything disastrous because of that. It's just like maybe somebody who's just not really being honest in a way.
That's what we have for you, Alma. I hope that helps.
And you are welcome for that,
And you
Alma.
are very welcome. And Cheryl, you are up, and after Cheryl is Esoterics, Dominic, Gina, January Girl, Libra, Cusp, Gaurav, Irish, Egg Lady, Nicole, Asel, Divine You, and Pragya. Huh.
Blessings to you.
Blessings to you as well. It's good
Thank
to have you
you.
back, Laura. We'll wait for Cheryl to type her question, and yeah, we're still working on some other big things for next month. Like I said, there may be, and it's still news to him because I haven't talked to him about it much, a special extra live stream next month.
Wait a minute. Are you sure?
I don't know that it'll be for 2 hours. I will say that. And I'm not sure it's going to be all about reading for others, but it will be entertaining. And he has no clue what I'm talking about.
Oh, so it's not the thing that I might think it is?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe,
I'm not giving this one away, Mr. O.
maybe
Scorpio.
we both have some secret plan.
Okay, Cheryl, are you with us? Could you put her on the list?
Yeah.
Yeah, Divine You are way down the list. I'm sorry.
And we do not accept bribes.
No. But remember, when it's your birthday, we can pull you up and do a good reading for you on your birthday. And no faking it, people. Wouldn't be nice to fool the tarot readers. So if Cheryl doesn't respond, we'll move on to Esoterics, who will be next. And Divine you never know. People come and go, so we might get to you faster.
It's happened before with you, I think. Mm-hmm. And I'm not exactly super comfortable. There's something wrong with my hearing aid. It kind of is wiggling around my ear, and I can't seem to put it in place. It's not affecting my hearing. It's just sort of annoying. So
if you see him with
picking at it or shaking my head, that's all it is. Nothing serious.
Well, okay. Did you send that? You did.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
I think Cheryl's not
Yeah.
here.
Let's see if Esoterics is out there.
Hey, Esoterics, we've gotten to you. Okay, Cheryl is down the list. Esoterics, Dominic, Gina, January Girl, Libra, Cusp, Gaurav, Irish, Egg Lady. A general reading. You've got it. Want to grab one of yours?
Yes. We'll use the Nefertari.
Okay. Sounds good. I have a design to get a couple more tarot decks that are sitting in my inbox at Amazon.
I've been thinking about some new decks myself.
And there's a couple that I've been waiting to get from Gamecraft, or actually they're Lenormand decks. I definitely have to get them. I just have to. That's all I got to say about that. Gaurav, you did not miss you are...
We're not nearly that fast.
You're a little bit further down still. We will get to you. Hang in there. I'll go over the list again after Esoterics reading, but I'd say there is at least 4 people in front of you, Gaurav. Besides Esoterics, which we're reading right now. All right.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay. So we have the Lovers reversed. We have Judgment upright. we have the Six of Pentacles and it's reversed. I've been starting. Do you want to start?
Okay, well, there are two sixes, even if
And
one
there
is
are
major.
two major arcana.
Right, and there are two major arcana. So what it sounds like is that for this next frame of time of your general reading, the focus may be on some relationships or emotional issues. There may be moments where there's some real strong introspection about whether or not you're feeling on the same wavelength spiritually and other ways with, those who you are intended with or thinking about. And it's not necessarily your personal relationship. It could be an interrelationship too. It could be a relationship with yourself. With the Six of Coins reversed, there may be a question here about whether you feel you have been giving more than you get or more that's fair. It is possible that maybe you're wondering if the reverse of that is true, that the other person is the one who's responsible then for that, that they're not giving as much. So that's what I see sort of in immediate general. It's more thematic than events, per se. Go on.
Well, esoterics, it looks as though, I'm going to try to look at this in more than just a relationship way, but really I have to agree with Mr. O that I think that this is kind of relationship driven and that this could have, this relationship has some real karmic elements to it.
That's true. I forgot to say that.
Yeah. And I feel that, there's just some imbalances in this relationship that are really starting to come to the forefront. And again, it's just like I said, bam, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Somebody in this relationship, perhaps yourself, feels either you've been giving too much or you haven't been giving enough. And, there's an issue of give and take here. There's an issue of fair exchange, with each other.
But overall, I think the presence of judgment here says you are the person in charge, and you are a fair person, and you're understanding or have information. You have a sense of information. So it's just really going to be down to what your wisdom tells you, because this is a card of wisdom. You're going to be driven by a wisdom answer here.
So now if I had to take this out of the realm of relationships into another area, I would just say that, the Lovers reversed and this card to me are kind of key together, and they're the sixes after all, in that, maybe some of the choices you have made as to how much you are willing to invest yourself in something, invest your time, your energy, your resources, will have major implications for you and decide the fate of, whatever project or goal or thing you've been working on.
Yeah, I can't say anything more to that. It's sort of, I did sort of pick up that word investment in my head, like, that it was more than just necessarily the human relationships that we may be talking about, that it could also pertain to where you're going with your business decisions and or structures in your life. If you have children or other people you have responsibilities for, all of that maybe is effective. So I guess we need to turn a Lenormand now and see what's going on, eh?
I think we do.
Okay.
Wow. Well, as vague as we can get, esoteric.
Sorry.
Almost. Here we have the letter. And maybe not. Maybe you'll understand this. Involving time. And so if you've been waiting for something, if you've been waiting for some news or some information that you need, I think it's going to be coming. It's just a matter of time. But I think it's going to be coming fairly soon. Because it's saying maybe it's time that news is going to be coming to you that you have been waiting for.
It does put a little bit of a spin on it for me, in that I'm just almost wondering too if maybe some of this relates to some possible property issues or custody issues or things like that that are maybe mutual, and maybe that person isn't necessarily a big part of the equation, but maybe there's something that has to be, clarified through or with that process. More vagueness.
Yeah. So that's what we have for you, esoterics. I hope that helps.
Yes, we do hope
And
that helps.
Good luck with this situation.
All right.
And we are going to move on to Dominic. Hey, Dominic, you are up.
All righty.
And after Dominic
And
is...
I'm real thirsty today, too. Are you?
Yes,
I feel like
it's
real
the
thirsty.
humidity. We
That's gotta
are
be what it
really,
is.
we're in the 90s and stifling humidity today in Michigan. So Dominic, you are up, and then Gina, January girl, Libra cusp, and then Gaurav, Irish Capricorn, Egg Lady, Nicole, Acel, Divine You, Pragya, and Cheryl. You absolutely can.
Alrighty, so,
uh,
how about if we use the Karma Tarot?
The Karma Tarot.
That way you'll have,
That way I'll put my arthritic hands to work, Mr. O.
there you go. That'll be your career.
Oh, dear.
Whoops. But I'm the one that usually has dropsy, but mostly because these cards we've been having, some of them are just so new that they're really shiny, slidey kind of stuff, so...
Also, I think we mentioned it last time, but in the not too distant future now, we will be setting up various things. Patreon, card readings for sale. I think we probably should have a video, Mr. O, about all of our future ideas and plans. You know, if we're having a retrospective video, or, gee, maybe that's what that special live stream might have.
Uh-oh.
Maybe.
Well, the thing is that I tend to be a little bit of a layabout, I'll be honest, and so
What?
it's been really tempting to be a little bit
Lazy.
slow and lazy since I've retired. But I realize I have to try to figure out what to do because we got some plans, and I got to figure out how to make them happen with you.
Yes, with me working. All right.
Alrighty.
Ooh, that came up again. Okay.
Okay, for Dominic, we have 3 cards.
And this is a career reading. Dominic, the first card we got for you is Judgment. Sorry, Sonny's ears are in the way. And then we have the 6 of Swords upright. We have the 7 of Coins. Well, Dominic, I don't know if you're between jobs right now. I'm just curious about that. But it looks as though there is some movement going on here.
There's movement, but there's also like a pause, like maybe
Well,
there's...
worries. I think
Yeah,
worries.
okay, could be.
Is there something going on in your career, or at least there is some thought processes going on, maybe of either moving to something else if if you are not out of a job right now.
Judgment kind of almost always implies choices, so I wonder if there's a choice that maybe would present
stay or go?
movement, but then there's another choice that would say more about something being nurtured or something being watched over. You know, I don't know if those pertain to aspects of jobs so much as just that you could be drawn away towards finding something that helps with the career. Maybe it's not really even a physical move, but it really just sort of pulls you away from where your focus is, you know?
Yes. The 6 of Swords, this is an interesting card, and I think it came up in one of my Material Matter readings, as a matter of fact. There is a movement away from things that have been either causing you difficulties or concerns, a lot of stress, and it's a movement to some calmer shores or seas, which to me means something more tranquil, something more appealing to you, something that really will make you feel better, after maybe a period of, if not disruption, of stressful situations. The 7 of Coins, again, I feel like that's a card of, well, I've done everything I could. I put myself out there. Is something going to happen? Is something going to develop? Is it going to work out for me?
I don't know a lot about business or about manufacturing business, but the 7 of Coins seems to imply to me that there's like something that is growing and has stages, and so it's just important to not get caught at a stage where maybe you can't move forward or you're not inclined to for some reason. So that's the typical meaning of that card, is sort of like you've brought something along, but don't just look at it and admire it. Try to figure out what you need to pull it along. And so maybe if there was any kind of thread going through here, maybe that thing about pulling it along involves making some decision that goes in another direction of some sort. And I see an emotional value tied to that, that maybe in deciding that or thinking about that, that you're presented with the idea that you could leave some things behind, but there's a sense of not being totally certain where you're going. You probably want more certainty.
Yeah. Well, I would say this, it's interesting now that I see what you've said there. So if this is something, that you're just branching out in, this judgment card I think is kind of key too, because what it's telling me is, hey, what you sow, you're going to reap. And so it's like what you put into this and, you will get back out. So it's really on you. It's like judgment says, well, go
It's
ahead.
the best and the key card of the reading,
Yeah,
because
in
it
a way.
really says that you're inclined to go along with where you really can see this going. You just are relative to the idea that it puts a little bit of some challenges or some changes that you're going to have to, come to resolution with or peace with.
Hey, Sonali, I see you there, but we've got a bit of a list here. I will add your name to it, but you're at the bottom of that list right now, so it's going to take a while. But we're going to be moving along. We still got plenty of time.
So we did the Lenormand here. Oh,
Well, are you in fact leaving something behind or someone behind? I know this is a career reading. There's a woman here, but this could just be some situation, some work situation, some career situation, or maybe some of this is the impetus for you moving forward in the area you're going in. But it looks as though there's something you're leaving behind. There's a little bit of a sorrow or grief attached to this.
right. These cards, because of my lack of background, I don't get enough detail from them. I do feel like with Banshee that maybe there's a possibility of friends or relationships that you may have to make consideration for, because you maybe are moving into something where you won't have that presence there.
There goes Sonny. He was literally sliding your cards off the table as he stretched there. That's what we have for you. I hope that gives you some insight, Dominic. Good luck. Good luck with all of that.
Thank you.
And, okay, I'm going to go through the list again. Let's see. So we have Gina. You are up, Gina. And then January Girl, Libra Cusp, Gaurav, Irish Capricorn, Egg Lady, Nicole, Acel, Divine You, Pragya, Cheryl, and Sonali. And Pragya and Cheryl had left the room. I put them back in, but they may not come back, Sonali. So hang in
You're
there.
welcome, Dominic.
You're welcome, Dominic. Thanks for good to see you again in here.
The Nefertari deck. Alrighty.
Okay.
You got it.
You got it, Gina.
Whoa, if I can hold on to them.
He has a lot of dropsy lately.
What does
I'm
that
just
mean?
saying. I'm just glad it's not glassware.
Be careful what you bring up.
I know. I just jinxed myself. I think Sonny now knows exactly how to position himself in front of a camera.
Well, what I noticed is that you tend to be a little bit more annoyed or irritated with him.
So he's
and
coming by you now?
So he comes by me because you try to, like, kind of push him away a
Well,
little bit.
'cause I
and
need
he
a
knows that
little
I won't do that as
room.
much. So
I see.
I'm the sucker.
You are.
Yeah. But you're the one he really likes, let's be honest.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. Uh-oh. There he goes nudging said camera.
I think we can. Seven Ocean Skies is here.
I'll add you on the list, Seven. It's a bit long, but there are a couple people who may not be here, so...
Alrighty. We have three cards. We have the Knight of Swords, and that one's upright.
Okay.
And then we have the reversed strength. Strength reverse. Major Arcana 11 reversed. And then we have the star.
Ah.
And that's reversed. And that's 17 Major Arcana.
Yeah, we are. Boy, some people today are getting the Major Arcana cards. So
Stop it.
I think some big things, big issues are at play here. So we have the Knight of Swords upright, and it's coming or going of a matter connected with a decision. And it's interesting here, I have the Strength card reversed, and then the Star reversed, and so I'm kind of looking at these together a little bit, and thinking to myself, is your resolve weakening about something you were very resolved about? It's weakening, and maybe it's because you have some doubts now about what you did. This is kind of what it looks like to me. It looks like a decision or something that you made, you are losing your resolve about, and it's basically you're doubting your decision now.
It's about the isolating with that person from the other week.
Is it? Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe this is what's coming up. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, or it's going to somehow come back in a way. Like maybe they're going to challenge or they're going to reapproach. It's coming or going, and you're going to have to hold your resolve or decide otherwise.
Well, of course, this could be something else we're picking up here. I can't believe you remembered that.
I can. Scorpio, Cancer.
Oh, yeah. Water. So that's interesting, Gina. I don't know if you have a clue here what this could be about, but to me, I sense some weakening of resolve on your part. And, the star reversed the star upright is about hopes and aspirations. And reversed, it's kind of about doubts, self-doubts, a little bit of pessimism. So, and I think with the knight, it's the coming or going of a matter connected with a decision maybe you've had to make.
Well, maybe it's more likely to indicate that they're going to press the issue, but it does look like you're questioning it, but you're...
Well, this may, in fact, be about something else. It may not be about that
That's
at
true.
all.
That's
I think
true.
it's interesting he thought of that, though, so I don't know. Let's see what the Lenormand adds to this. Okay, so we've got the scythe. And we've got news. So this is interesting to me. Maybe this whole thing happens because of some news that you get that kind of cuts you in some way. Maybe makes you feel bad in some way, or is kind of negatively directed at you, and maybe that's going to make you doubt yourself. Maybe that'll actually make you dig in your heels more. I'm not really sure, but this looks to be some news about either something being cut or lessening, or it could be an actual emotional kind of cut.
Well, I sort of think that this card, the news, relates more to that Knight of Swords. Is that the swords?
The Knight of Swords.
Yeah, and see, the Knight of Swords to me is sort of like a little bit of a harshness coming in.
That could be about communication as well.
It could be about communication as well, but in the overall instance, it seems like it's a challenge to that. I don't know. I'm not sure now.
But she said you were right on.
Yeah.
So, hey, that's what we have for you, Gina. So I don't know, what this could be about, but it is intriguing. So maybe you are going to find out something this week.
Am I allowed to say the word dickish?
No, you are not.
Okay, then I take
that
back.
Family show. Well, I don't know. If we have table dancing, it's no. Just
Let us not bring that up again.
Let's not bring that up again. Okay. Teasing. So, Gina, that's what we have for you. I hope endangeredly right on.
Uh-oh.
He'll probably want to DM you about that one, Gina. Hey, January girl, you are up. And then Libra Cusp, Gorav, Irish, Capricorn, Egg Lady, Nicole, Asel, Divine You, Pragya, Cheryl, Sonali, and Seven Ocean Sky. Wandish, that's what Gina would say. That's very true, Casey.
Wandish. That which shall always be proxied.
Oh, you're welcome, Gina.
Thank you, Gina.
I'm reading your question, January girl. Let's see. I'll show you my... What do you think on that one? Do you think we should do a 3-card or a yes?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do a 3-card. Let's get out my
Want to do the mermaids?
Marchetti. Oh, the mermaid. Yeah, go ahead. Do the mermaid.
The mermaids.
I'll get this out for next time.
They're just slippery enough. Like a mermaid. I think pretty soon we're going to need a pirate deck. Because
probably is one.
Pirates and mermaids, there probably is, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think I got the full message. There was a period at the end of it. I don't really know what the word count is for the chat. And I can be kind of wordy in the chat, so I don't know. I've never been cut off. Unless I accidentally hit return, which has happened. Oh, talk like a pot. What day is that, Casey? One of my coworkers always talks about that day. That would be awesome. I don't think I have pirate garb, but maybe Mr. O does.
I don't like the pirate thing. I'm not really into the pirate thing. Whenever I see somebody
September 19th. Okay, you probably are right.
Whenever somebody says something about pirates, I want to make an Adam Ant joke.
Well, but the thing is that you yourself mentioned pirates in our card of the day.
I brought it on. Oh, but that hasn't...
It was today's.
Oh, it was today?
You silly. Oops. It's not tonight's.
Never mind.
You thought it was tonight's.
Mr. O needs a vacation.
From retirement. That's funny. I'm almost laughing. Here. Okay, so let's see. The vulnerable side, or what here? Well, here's what we have. We have the Two of Wands, and it's reversed. We have the Six of Wands, and it's upright. And we have the King of Swords, and it's reversed. Okay, so in regards to your question, I'm just going to bop back to it a minute. Vulnerable room, wanting me to be there again. He thinks I'm stronger. Well, I can see that. I can definitely see how he thinks you're stronger. He feels a little bit... indecisive, and maybe confused. He sees you as a pretty dynamic person. I don't know if that's necessarily a shortcoming. What would you think about this? Because that, to me, I think showing your strong side kind of leads you to success with this person. I just feel that maybe he's having a hard time deciding on committing to something right now.
That's a part of it, that they feel like they like it when other people are more in charge than them.
Yeah.
So they're good with being a team player, but to some degree they hide behind some of that, because I think it is swords, isn't it?
Yeah.
That in the past they've made decisions that they felt they were wrong, and that they were kind of vilified for them, or they paid for them in certain ways. So they're not confident anymore. They sort of lack some confidence. And
they're very slow moving too about what they do. They're this reversed, and
they lack confidence, and they would rather somebody else take the lead.
Yeah, so I don't know that showing the vulnerable side is necessarily a plus here from what I'm seeing.
Hi, Cheryl. We had to put you at the bottom of the list. We had called for you a couple times and you weren't there. So you're still on our list, but it's been reshuffled it back in. Okay, it would be fun to wear a pirate outfit or something. I mean, I've done almost everything else, right? No, and I won't.
Okay. You know, I think, okay, I've got the home card here. And then I've got time. And so to me, it feels like for them to really feel a comfortability, it's still going to take time. There's a time element here, but it seems as though, you know, for them to build up their security, their feeling, their sense of security, of approaching you, you know, the way you might want them to approach you, it's going to take some time.
The legal decision with their divorce probably did a lot to them, more on the economic level, maybe emotionally too. But I think that they like a good home life. They're motivated by that, but they sort of need to take more time with doing that. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Okay.
Works for me.
Sure.
You know, you're intuiting what you feel from these cards. That's all that matters in my book. That's what we have for you, January girl. I hope that helps. And we're going to move. Here's your, did I give you your deck back?
Yeah, I have the rest
Okay.
of it. Mm-hmm.
We're going to move on to Libra Cusp. Libra Cusp, you are up. And then Gaurav, Irish Capricorn, Egg Lady, Nicole, Acel, Divine You, Pragya, Cheryl, Sonali, and Seven Ocean Sky. So you're not exactly at the bottom, Cheryl, but we did have to move you to the bottom at the time. Sorry about that.
You're welcome.
You are welcome. Your angels? I just love typing on these things. Your angel's trying to tell you, you've got it. He is pretty laid back, I will say. Maybe the catnip is in order before every live stream. So if we have more than 2 a week, I could get them addicted to catnip.
We'll have to get a sponsor to underwrite their
Yeah, we might
catnip.
have to have a cat support group. A catnip support group. Okay, Mr.
And I was thinking we could train one of them into picking the card or something.
Well, who knows? All right. Well, I have all reversed cards for you. We have the Empress here reversed. We have the Nine of Wands reversed. And we have the Seven of Wands reversed. So to me, this reading kind of speaks of you in a business or creative light. The wands being here, you know, a lot of fire energy. The angels might be trying to tell you, you know, that maybe right now has not been really great, creative, productive time for you. You know, maybe some things, maybe like COVID, for example, have thrown you off your game. You know, there have been some things they recognize that, you know, you haven't been fully prepared to take on. And it's caused you maybe to lose your footing a little bit. maybe, suffer some setbacks, feel that the ground beneath you isn't really solid. And they said, sometimes we have periods like this that we have to work our way through. And so I think the key card for this in my mind is the Empress. Let's try to turn that Empress around the other way by, coming up with creative solutions to problems. I think the angels are trying to tell you, you are a bright person. You should be able to come up with a solution. Don't let all of this drag you down where your creativity and your productivity, you suffer.
Well, I agree with that, but I also think that just realistically, the angels are saying, spirits saying, whatever the inner voice is saying, to not beat yourself up, that this is just really, really acceptable right now, that a lot of people don't have the ability to exactly chart their own course.
Exactly.
A lot of us are just really stuck where we're at. We can't be as productive as we'd like. We can't be as in charge or capable of understanding what we're against or what we're up against. And we have to understand that sometimes we're just not really leading the battle or leading the fight. We just have to kind of dig in and don't beat up on ourselves, all of us,
Exactly.
everybody.
Took the words right out of my mouth that I was going to say next is don't beat yourself up over this, they're telling you. It's hard to prepare yourself for the environment that we're in right now. You're just going to have to bide your time. How should I say this? Lick your wounds.
None of this is a sign of weakness.
No.
And I think that some of this, maybe the idea is that it could be a number of weeks. I'm not going to say months, but weeks before anything really changes to give you a better feel for progress. So that's not horrible, I guess. It could be months or longer, but we'll see.
Well, again, the time card has popped up. It seems as though sometime in the near future, I think, maybe in these weeks ahead, like he said, you're going to have an important decision that you're going to have to make. You're going to feel like you have come to a crossroads. And the angels are telling you this. You are going to come to a crossroads and you're going to have to make a decision on a new direction, staying the course, whatever the case may be. And it's either going to happen, like there's one of two things here, I think. It's either going to be like in a matter of time, or maybe there's going to be a deadline for you on this as to when you have to make this decision.
I'm just going to go along with that, right, you are coming to a choice of sorts, a definite choice.
Yep, that's what we have for you, Libra Cusp. I hope that helps. And hey, Gaurav, if you are still with us, you are next. And after Gaurav is Irish Capricorn, Egg Lady, Nicole, Acel, Divine You, Pragya, Cheryl, Sonali, and Seven Ocean Sky.
Which one do you want to use? How about the mermaid again?
Okay.
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 Okay, we could ask it as a yes or no and then look for extra.
Yeah, we may have to throw some other cards on this one, but
Let's
let's
do that.
see. Let's ask if they're going to marry A in the future. Now, you just woke him up. He was sleeping there. I think the catnip worked.
What would be nice if they could sleep on the other side of the table?
Yeah, I know. If wishes were fishes.
I'm not going to wish for that one.
All right. You want to count them?
Sure. You asked.
Oh, I said you want me to count them.
Oh,
You can go ahead.
no, I don't want you
You
to count
just
them.
misheard me again. How's that hearing aid? Oh, look at that. Yeah, I do like this deck I gave you. Why are you... Okay. Well, I will say,
Gaurav?
but I know,
Gaurav.
Gaurav, that it is leaning towards
No.
no. We have the Knight of Wands, and it's reversed. And we have the Nine of Wands, and it is upright. And then we have the Ace of Chalices reversed, which to me it's leaning towards no. And why? Why? Because I think they're preparing to do something else.
It could be. There is some sort of change, perhaps.
There's some disruption. There's definitely the Knight of Wands is reversed, and it's kind of saying to me that they might be moving on from something that they were involved in to something else, maybe, or at least to step back so that they can plan for what they want to do next, because sometimes this card is about planning, preparing.
Somebody may have to go back to a previous position, physically or mentally, and work with a situation where they have to do something for somebody else that they're protecting, fortifying, giving aid to someone else, I think, or they're helping someone else out. And to do that, they have to sort of go back to a previous position, is what I think it is. So maybe they're going back to a different relationship.
Well, and
One
my
of them.
thinking is, if this is not you that you were speaking about there, Gaurav, if this was somebody else, it might be that they're preparing to let this person go, is a possibility.
Yeah.
See if I get something else here. Well, I got the Fool reversed, which is an interesting card too. The Fool reversed seems like there's some missteps or
Reconsidering choices.
reconsidering, making a move. It's like the Fool, he just leaps off the cliff without thinking about it. But this person is like, wait a minute, maybe I better think about this more. So that's what we're seeing right now.
Let's do a Lenormand.
Well, it's interesting. So I wonder if maybe there isn't problems there, Gaurav, in this other relationship. I think it's possible. I'm going to draw the Lenormand and see what they say for you as well.
I just feel somebody wants to help somebody else out, but I don't think that they're likely to get married.
Well, another vague one, sort of like with esoterics, we have the news card here. And then we have the spyglass. So what this says to me, Gaurav, is you might be getting some information, whether it's verbal, whether it's texting or whatever, social media. You might be getting a message that you're going to have to dig a little deeper and take a closer look at, as there might be some hidden clues there as to where things are going with the situation. I do think this is relating to the situation in question here.
I think so too, but I think that the message might be given to you surreptitiously, sort of secretively, like somebody's maybe giving you a tip or a clue that will bring some of this out into the open for you, and that maybe you'll understand what's going on. There may be more going on than you're able to understand right now.
But I think you're going to find out.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. That's what we have for you, Gaurav. I hope that helps.
It's hard to say. I think so, but nothing really clear.
Yeah, it was not really clear in this reading at all. And I think it's because it focused on, more of whether they were going to, be with that other person. So maybe we can explore that a little bit more next time. But I will say there is something here where you might get a clue one way or another as to perhaps how, this person feels about you.
Mm-hmm. Well, we got to move on.
Absolute. We're doing fine, Mr. O. We've got over a half hour left. And we are on Irish Capricorn. Irish Capricorn, you are up. And then Egg Lady, Nicole, Acel, Divine You, Pragya, Cheryl, Sonali, and Seven Ocean Sky. And you know
You're
what?
welcome.
I am going to cut the list off with Seven Ocean Sky. We will do no readings after that. So I think that's all we're going to be able to fit in. So, okay, Irish, you are up, and I know you must be here. We'll give you a minute.
Irish was the one who was having some buffering, so I wondered if their connection is
Well, I think they were back after that, but I'm not sure.
They were, yeah.
Yeah, they were right here, so we'll give them a minute or two. And there they are, just as I was about to type your name. All right. General life and love reading. We'll see what comes up. I'll use this deck again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I'm all talked out after doing all the chatting and things I've done today. And, of course, I filmed my thing yesterday for the Material Matters, so I wasn't doing a taping today. I feel kind of tired out.
I'm a little tired, too.
I think it's the humidity stuff. Yeah. Well, look what card has come up again.
Oh.
Yeah. I think today is just Judgment Day. Here's another version of the Judgment card that has come up upright for you, Irish. And then we have the Knight of Swords, and that card is also upright. And we have the Magician reversed.
So 2 major arcana.
Again, it's a lot of major arcana in people's reading today. Well, general reading, first off, I think if I'm looking at this in a general sense, the Knight of Swords is, relating to decisions, relating to communication sometimes.
It's trying to achieve things. It's undertake things.
Yeah, and definitely he's on the move and he's trying to get things done. He's trying to cut through the chafe and move forward. And so that's a good thing because, of course, with Judgment, well, you get what you give. And so it's kind of like, with your life right now, what you're putting into your life is exactly what you're getting out. It's kind of, a universal give and take. We talk about that with the Six of Pentacles a little bit, giving and receiving. But this is about, what effort are you putting out there right now? And are the decisions that you are making in your best interests to move you forward? It is up to you to really make those choices that is going to move your life in a positive direction. And Judgment is here to tell you, hey, if you're not doing that, you will get what you've given. And if you are doing that, things should go ahead quite well. So I think what the Magician reversed here is saying to me is that you're going to have to really stop playing around with your focus and your will. You have to really start focusing more on what's important to you, and not and if there's any games going on, if there's any kind of gamesmanship going on, you're not going to be able to fool people. With sleight of hand or things like that. You have to be very upfront with what you are saying and what you are doing. In a way, I feel this has to do with how you communicate with people too, the decisions and choices that you make. People will not be easily fooled, so make sure you are upfront with everything. Otherwise, guess what? Karma's there to tell you, haha.
Thanks for saving something for me, Banshee.
Sorry. Flow of consciousness, stream of thought.
But you do have some choices to make or some things to move towards. And I think that the Judgment card says keep expanding in spiritual matters or in philosophical matters where you get to try to reason and understand all the facets of the problems or the situations. But also what it's saying too is be wary that sometimes you're not able to direct all of your willpower and creativity into this, that sometimes you can't really live in that more abstract way. I think the card is saying is like you can do everything, but you got to meter it out, that you want that abstract spiritual stuff, but you got to also remember to be direct and of will too.
So there's not much about romance to say here, but that's not to
really.
say you could not apply some of the messages we've been giving you here to a romantic situation. I just don't see anything up and coming with that at the moment. Let's see what the Lenormand has to say.
I like that word wilt, Gina.
I
used
feel it, and maybe
myself.
that's it. Maybe that's it. Our temperatures have been crazy, but once we get through tomorrow's going to be a changeover day where there might be some storminess. We'll be back in the 80s again, and I think the humidity will be less oppressive. So that'll be helpful.
Great.
I think we go for the rest of the week like that, which that would be nice. All right.
Lenormand.
Wow. All right. So we have the 5 here and it's the tree. And we have the 7, the snake. And I mean, that's an interesting combination. Watch your health at this time. I'm just going to say that. Sometimes we feel okay, but we're not. So, or maybe somebody around you might might find is ill that you thought was in good health. So just be aware of that possibility, because when I see these 2 cards together, I sometimes see that. But on another level, I would like to say that, sometimes we think we are growing in the right direction, we are going the way we should. But I think this is a time for you, Irish, to do some real introspection, because the 7 here is saying, the snake is saying, you might be deceiving yourself a little bit here. There might be a little self-deception going on, and maybe you need to take some time to meditate and make sure you're truly doing the things that are necessary for growth.
I agree with some of that. I think that the tree correlates to that judgment, and that you are going to be moving into a period where you can work on growth issues. You need to do that. But I think that the self-deceit, because it is about self-deceit, is probably not about that so much. It might be just about where you have typically wanted to direct your will, what kind of things you've wanted to move towards as your projects. The goals you have may be where the deceit lies, and you may have to reanalyze what some of your goals are and decide to put it more with what will grow for you rather than necessarily what you think you want.
And you know what else just struck me? And I didn't think about this earlier, Irish. I went to a reader once who did Lenormand for me. And when the tree card was near the snake card, I mentioned a health issue. So this could be gastrointestinal, intestines, the snake. And when that person brought it up to me, because I have some issues in that regard, that just so hit home for me. So if it's not you, it may be somebody who may be undergoing some issues, with their gastrointestinal system.
Well,
just a thought, I'm throwing it out there.
Some of this stuff can give you an ulcer.
It's true. So that's what we have for you, Irish.
Thank
Hope you
you for
enjoyed
saying
that.
that too. That's very nice.
And hey, Egg Lady, you are up. Thank you for waiting. All the rest of you on the list. It's Egg Lady, Nicole, Acel, Divine You, Pragya, Cheryl, Sonali, and Seven Ocean Sky.
Alrighty.
And we can try one of your decks, I guess.
Yeah, let's go with the karma.
I will get out
We haven't done a real good karma yet.
this one for the later. Okay, paging Egg Lady. So it's an exciting time of transition for us here with Mr. O retiring. Kind of nerve-wracking as well. And there's just all kinds of things going on right now I can't get into. But, I'm thinking about it next, and then we're having our anniversary on top of all of this, and I really do want to do some special things out there, and also I want to support some of the people and readers who have been supporting us. So I may be asking some readers out there for private readings sometime soon, myself, because I think I need one, and so that might be happening, as well as we may offer some bigger readings for free that we are testing out for our, I think that's going to be happening next month, plus there may even be a giveaway or two.
Yes, Gina's right. Hit the like button if you haven't. We would appreciate that.
Oh yeah, we should have said that earlier.
We always forget things like that.
Thank you, Gina. I was on my mind at one point, but then I forgot to say it. Am I shuffling or?
Well, we're still waiting on our question.
Oh, Egg Lady. Okay, Nicole, just give us a second. We're checking one more time for Egg Lady, who is in front of you, but we'll get to you next if she's not here. I know some people have been having some buffering, but it looks like our stream has been going okay on our end.
Yeah. And do you want to call that for Egg Lady?
Yeah, I think we're going to call it. So I'll put Egg Lady at the bottom if they come back.
And we're going to do a general life reading for you, Nicole.
Okay, Nicole, we'll do your reading. Just updating my list here. I'm getting used to shuffling this one. I think I have wider decks than this, frankly.
I know I do.
Yeah. Here you go.
All right.
Oh, don't worry, Nicole. No sweat. 'Cause I think we had given Egg Lady enough time to respond.
Yeah, we actually did, so you're fine.
What? Nicole. Well, happy birthday. We'll have to, you come back sometime, the next stream or two, and we'll
Happy
do
birthday.
a birthday wish candle reading for you. Especially since it's our anniversary month. How could I not? Well, I have some good news and some bad news on your birthday. Let's go forward. We do have all reversed cards, but reversals aren't always bad. We have the Knight of Cups, though, reversed. And these cards are big, but Sunny's in the way from letting me show you it better. We have the Eight of Cups reversed. And we have that nasty Ten of Swords, but it is reversed. So, what does this mean, Nicole? What does this mean? Maybe you've had some emotional blows in your recent past that you are now recovering from, or you were in the process of recovery. The Ten of Swords reversed is kind of like, this card doesn't show it as well as some of the other cards do, but basically, when you look at the Ten of Swords, usually that sky in the background has like some lightning towards it, like the dawn is about to break. So in other words, when this card is reversed, this Ten of Swords with 10 swords in somebody's back, traditionally, and they're lying on the ground, the dawn is in the background, meaning that the worst is over. I think what this reading is trying to say emotionally, the worst is over for you now, and it's time to return to some sense of balance and harmony and normalcy again. Maybe even revisiting some things from your past that brought you joy.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't think think I was that long this time.
No, that's not even the point. But I do think that the way you hand it off to me, like, anyway, I do think, Nicole, that maybe you have left a relationship or you are leaving one, or that's part of the point. Maybe it wasn't a strong relationship, like a romantic relationship, but I think it might have been. And there was a status quo that really had to kind of reset itself. There was some harm done there, but I think the worst is over. I think that you did overcome some really bad things there. This idea that you're changing directions is what I'm seeing with that Eight of Cups reversed. And I think a part of that is that you really are challenged with the values you had and how you saw that worked out for you. And you really are kind of doing some really deeper thinking about what your goals were and what you thought was important, and that maybe it's really changed a lot.
It's so interesting how these, you said what you said, Nicole, and these two cards are right on this, the Eight of Cups is between these two cards of some real trauma and hurt. And it's emotional because we have the preponderance of cup cards in this reading. So it really came out very, very clearly. Sometimes the tarot will do that and focus on something that just has been a very important part of you right now. And it looks as though you are moving on in some way. Maybe the Eight of Cups reversed is about taking some of these lessons, these hard lessons that you had to go through from your past and, moving in a far different direction or a better direction because of it.
And it's an interesting thing because we both felt that this talks about you now and maybe something you've been moving through. Hi, Violet Ann. We didn't feel it talks as much about a general for the future, and that's mostly just to say that a lot of this is really very present right now, and you haven't totally been able to get yourself away from that. So we're going to do two more cards from our Lenormand, which is another oracle.
So I have the Child card here. Nice to see you, Violet Ann. And then we have number 43, which is the Maze card. So to me, it seems as though, there's still this kind of feeling of confusion. Maybe a little bit of not sure where to turn, which direction to go in. Things of that nature, because a maze is kind of like, you got to work your way through the maze. So you really had to do some work to get through, the process of healing here. And the Child is here to tell you that slow and steady progress is the way to go. Don't rush this along, everything in its time, and, take it slow, take it easy on yourself. No rush, no need to hurry.
What did you say about the park?
Well, that's not the park. That is the maze.
Whoops,
and so the maze is all about, how you get through a maze. It's kind of confusing. And
yeah, so to me it does correlate to what I said, not specifically any card in particular, but the general idea that you are kind of working your way through the maze. You're working your way through something, which does indicate progress. It's kind of like that Ten of Swords reversed. You've overcome some of that. And take the baby steps, but also approach it with a sense of childlike wonder, too.
Beautiful.
Not saying like being childish about it, but really looking at the wisdom of a child, how a child wants to understand things from the heart, too.
And that is such a good point, because now you are liberating yourself from what's held you back and what might have closed you off. And so now is the time for you to reach out like a child again to the world, ready for new adventures and new discoveries and new explorations. And that's what we have for you, Nicole, and thanks for hanging in there with us. And do come back. I owe you a birthday reading. I won't forget.
Alrighty.
Hey, Estelle, are you still with us? If you are, it is your turn, Estelle. And after Estelle is Divine You, Pragya, Cheryl, Sonali, Seven Ocean Sky, and Egg Lady. So I'm happy to report our COVID numbers were down today. You know, it's not as down as I'd like to see them, and it's not as down as we had gotten because Michigan was doing really well. But they were definitely down, I should say yesterday, not today. I haven't heard the numbers for today yet. So it's very positive turn of events. I'm happy to report.
And you're welcome, Nicole.
Very welcome, Nicole. Good luck to you.
And we're waiting on a cell.
Type it in.
Excuse me.
Do you need another cough drop or are you good?
I have two here.
Okay.
I guess I should do one, eh?
Yep.
Cough drop.
I just use them sometimes because I get so dry. I drank almost all my lemonade. I think a cell has left us.
So who's up then?
All right, I'm going to move on. I'll put a cell at the bottom just in case they come back. After a cell is Divine You, and I just got ink all over myself.
Oh.
I know.
Divine Universe.
Mr. O in danger of wilting. He needs bark. The only bark he's going to get if he ate all of his is woof woof.
Not even a biscuit.
Hey, I made him a wonderful chocolate chip pancake today. It was awesome if you didn't see my picture on Twitter. It was so tasty. Oh, Estelle is here. Okay, hold that thought, Divine You. We will take care of Estelle and then you. Estelle, type your question.
Yes, we're on your question right now. Yes, I have one bag of bark left. And Banshee has read the Riot Act. I'll be in the doghouse if I go anywhere near her bark.
You know, I'm generally more giving than that, but it's just too good, Gina.
We had a mutual best friend. He was our best friend.
A
He's
general life reading. You've got it,
been
Estelle.
gone many years. Yes, you are next. Okay, I'll tell that story some other time. But he was another Aries like Banshee.
Yep, we've got you right now, Estelle.
Mr. O is blathering on. No biscuit.
You know, sometimes biscuits are a frame of mind. I mean, you know, rewards can be spiritual as opposed to physical.
Well, I'm looking for the letter so I could rearrange the word and it would say something like bitch.
Oh!
That's a dog too.
Okay, everybody, thumbs down for Mr. O. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
It's okay. I get it. And we're doing your reading now, Estelle.
Okay. Yeah, it's time. Gotta move the camera because of the man. So, Two of Swords reversed. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed. We got 2 pages in this reading. And the Page of Wands upright.
So there are some messages coming.
Yeah, go ahead.
But the big picture, I think, is that right now you feel like maybe you can choose between these messages. They may be differing messages, or they may not be messages so much as just what you see coming towards you, the possibilities coming towards you. But you really don't know enough about it yet. You still lack maybe some critical information. And I'm thinking that one is more related to business. The other maybe seems to have the suggestion that there's more you need to know, more you need to study, more you need to think about.
Yeah. Well, the Two of Swords reversed to me is kind of, it's kind of like the stalemate. There's something that was kind of stuck, is broken now. There's going to be some movement, or there's going to be, as he said, some news coming to you. Some of it may not be all that great. I mean, some of it might be about some missteps with finances or maybe with education if you're in school. There's some missteps going on here, or maybe some negative news in that regard. Something might cost you more money. It's hard to say, but the Page of Wands is here, and that is upright, and it seems as though there's some news of something new coming to you, some new possible enterprise or project or goal, something very positive here, and it looks like very promising, like it could lead to success and eventually. But the pages are like apprentices in a way too, so you have to apply yourself. You have to apply yourself towards this goal to achieve success. But it looks like something may be coming. I think the Two of Swords reversed is indicating that there is going to be some movement.
You're moving away from what the Page of Pentacles represents, some sort of problems maybe with the financial picture, the educational picture. You're moving towards some opportunities.
So there's no major arcana in this reading, Acel, and I'm thinking that this is very much based on practical matters in your life right now. This doesn't look like anything with love or romance. This looks to be more in the material or career realm.
So now Banshee's going to pull the Lenormand, and we're going to see what kind of details that might give us. And hold your thought, Divine. We'll get to your question
yes, we
in a
will.
moment.
You are next, Divine. So, okay, Acel, we have the ship. And we have the maze. Well, I'm of two minds on this one. If you were thinking of traveling or taking a trip, there could be delays or there could be some confusion surrounding it. And hey, that's no surprise now, since all these countries are still dealing with the virus. Maybe this is not a good time to make a move of some sort in that regard. Excuse me.
Any sort of travel is going to probably have some difficulties right now.
The other thing is that you may be finally moving out of a state of confusion. Like the maze, you're kind of lost. You're kind of lost in the maze. So I'm almost looking like this card here, the ship, is tied into this Two of Swords a bit, that there is going to be some movement finally. But be careful, because in a maze you can always take the wrong turn and end up at a dead end. So just be careful of the steps you are moving forward, and make sure you're putting your best foot forward on any new projects or goals or things that come your way, opportunities that come your way.
Yeah, I think Banshee's right, especially with what we said before with that reverse 2. That is presenting the movement. So it's just a matter of making sure you are going, in your best direction possible.
So that's what we have for you, Acel. Good luck with that. And Divine You, we have your question. So you want to know about your relationship with your son, your current energies, and it's pretty bad. Okay, thanks for that. One of yours?
Let's go to the Nefertari
All
again.
Right. Find my Darkwood Tarot again for the next one. All right, oops.
Sleepy guy.
Oh, big yawn from Sunny.
Thanks, Acel.
You're welcome, Acel. Okay, relationship with Sun. So, I have the Hermit card reversed.
You don't want to be a stranger.
I have the Knave of Chalices reversed. Knave is the page, right?
Yeah.
So the Page of Cups reversed. And then I have the Ace of Pentacles upright. Do you want to go first this time? I've been kind of blah blah today.
Well, that first card, that Hermit reversed, it may be that you don't want to be separated from him, but more likely what it is talking about is you feel that, of course, you've lost faith with them. You feel that you've been too good to them and that they've kind of spurned
Or vice
some of
versa,
that. Or
maybe.
vice versa. It could be their feeling too.
Yeah.
But with the Knave of Cups reversed, there's definitely, not really great emotionality between you guys. I don't think there's anything that borders on dangerousness, but I do feel like what you need is a new beginning that can kind of put you more independent, especially when it comes to most of the financial stuff. You can't really have dependencies going back either way. That's the perfect world version. You'll have to figure out what your world version will be able to do. It may just be that the Hermit is a caution to say you'll have to proceed slowly and use as much wisdom as possible. It's a learning experience for both of you in a way.
Yeah, this is a very tough one for me, Divine You, because I do see the Hermit and the Knave of Chalices kind of fitting together here. I feel as though this separation has not been healthy, but also, but I do think it was necessary. I feel that, your son's emotions have not been very together. That I'm not gonna. I don't want to dabble too deeply, but I sense they have some emotional problems that they needed to work on, or they still need to work on, and that could just be related to the situation between the two of you. But I'm almost sensing that they have their own issues that are pretty deep, and it's making this problem harder. Now, what do I make of the Page of, or the Ace of Pentacles in all of this? The Ace of Pentacles is very positive. It's the beginning of something growthful. But is it a growing towards each other, or is it a growing apart from each other? It seems as though somebody is going to do some growing, and this could be your son, that they may be on the path to some healing. Whether that's healing between the two of you, or whether that's healing within themselves, which I think might be more likely, it's possible. So it still might take some time because Pentacles are kind of a slow-moving card, but I sense a healing process of some sort being, underway. But that healing keep in mind that healing may not bring the two of you together, but it might make them a better person. That's kind of the intuition I'm getting from this. And let me do a Lenormand and see if we get any more.
And I'm doing sunny cam stuff here, so don't mind me.
Yeah, you're just moving that camera around. Well, let's see what the Lenormand will have. Well, this is very interesting because I drew the child. This is not working for me. So now I move them. I've got the child card, which this is about your son, and I've got the moon card. So I think you're gonna, I'm not gonna say you're gonna find out anything about them in this case, because sometimes the moon can be about information and finding something out. But I do think that you are going to see that they are going to start getting their life together a little bit more. Somehow you might find that out, some information, but I feel this is relating to your son, and the moon is a positive card in this respect. I feel that they're going to do a little bit of growing up.
I don't know the cards, so I tend to look at them with a different set of symbology. I think it's possible too that maybe you will actually find out something, and it might be a little bit more about what I see from Tarot's symbology of the moon, which is maybe deceptions going on or mysteries. And so it may be that at least you're going to possibly find out more about what you need to know about any possible mysteries or deceptions in your relationship.
You know, it's very unfortunate when these things occur in families. We can't, we can't make our children love us. But, we always hope that maybe in time and with maturity and with life experience, they get to understand our journeys better. Maybe that's sometimes the best that we can hope for. Sometimes they end up going their own way. And especially in the world of today, more so than maybe in the world that I grew up in. So I just got to say, hang in there. And if it's any comfort at all, I feel that they are going to get their own lives together a little bit better than maybe they have.
Okay.
And that's what I have for you right now. And of course, this is subject to change in time, Divine You. So feel free to ask again at a later date. Hey, Pragya, you are up, and then Cheryl, Sonali, and Seven Ocean Sky. And we'll be going into a little overtime. I still have Egg Lady on the list, but I don't think she's come back. But she will be at the last
You're welcome.
on the list. So, Pragya, are you with us?
Thanks, Divine.
Oh, you're so welcome, Divine. We'll give Pragya just a moment.
Well, I would say Pragya going once, going twice.
Oh, I spelled it wrong. And it spelled it Prague. No, I'm not going to type it in. Doggone this spell check thing.
Well, I believe we are up to Cheryl then.
Yeah, Cheryl, go ahead. If Pragya does show up, we'll do Pragya after you. You are in the room.
All right, Cheryl. So if you have a question or if you want a general reading, just let us know.
We'll just kind of switch you around because in this case, everybody on the list is getting a reading. I'll have my dark wood here. There's Cheryl. Okay. Oh, no communication. Okay. Well, let's see what's going on with Denver this week. We'll see what we can come up with.
You're welcome.
Whoops. Okay, I guess I got to look at that one. It's the Devil reversed. Well, I will talk about that possible card later. Boy,
Thank you, Cheryl.
Sonny was dreaming or something there, I think.
Just now?
Yeah, he was doing some little spastic thing.
He's funny that way.
I remember my little dog when I was growing up used to dream and would make some funny movements and stuff and noises when they were asleep. Here you go. Are you trying to rush my shuffle? Because that will never work, Mr. O.
Are you trying to bring me down?
No.
I just thought you needed a little reminder.
Nice try. What did you drop?
Didn't drop.
What?
It didn't.
Oh.
It was the Two of Pentacles.
Two of Pentacles? Okay.
Yes.
What are you giving me sideways glances for? You're supposed to cut them.
Like I
Oh.
can.
Okay. Working around the sun, man. Right.
Oh my goodness.
He doesn't make it easy sometimes. Well, what a mixed bag here, Cheryl. We've got the Eight of Wands, but it is reversed. We have the Nine of Cups, and it is reversed. But then we have the Six of Wands, and it is upright. So what about Denver? What is he thinking and feeling right now? I think Denver just feels like he is scattered. He is scattering himself all over the place. I don't know if Denver is involved with a lot of different people, if this is in relationships, or his life is just a little bit out of control right now. And
Denver's on the move a lot, maybe, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, that could be.
Denver lives a faster life in some respects. And I also think that it's possible that Denver is in a very young lifestyle, parties a lot, that kind of thing.
Are you getting that from the Nine of Cups?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, the Nine of Cups is reversed, and oftentimes that's like a wish card, but it's reversed. So I'm thinking that he is not satisfied with his life at the moment. There's just things going on that he is not satisfied about, and he is looking for something, that will give him some success, some acclaim, some accomplishment. And whether that's a conquest in a relationship, it could be.
Well, I wonder if Denver already has a measure of being in charge, of being successful, but some of that has gone to his head a little bit because of that Nine of Cups and things like that. And maybe that there's just a real fast and frenzied lifestyle around where they're at in their career or with the enterprise they're doing. Like maybe they just have a lifestyle that has a lot of movement around it because of what it is,
Yeah, and then if I have to look at this, Cheryl, as right now his thoughts are probably not on you. And if I had to look at a card to decide that here, I think it's the Nine of Cups. Because if you really want Denver's attention, and if that's what you are hoping for too, I think the Nine of Cups is saying, not happening now.
Right, and I get that actually a little bit more maybe from the Six of Wands, because I sort of feel like they have a sense of superiority too, and that could mean that they don't really feel like they necessarily need anyone in particular, or it could be saying that maybe they feel that they're more important to a wider group of people than to just one or two people.
He's a dancer. Wow, the Eight of Wands. That's very interesting. It's a lot of movement energy there.
It's a fast lifestyle, and you know what? That's a lot of energy consumed. So usually, that's a lifestyle that is about consuming. I think to some degree, people that are really active have to ingest a little bit. Not necessarily. I'm not implying alcohol, but they got a body that has to work energy, so they have to really. What do you got there?
Okay. I could read this so many different ways. I was just mulling it because I've got the scythe, which is a cutting implement, and then I have a cutting implement with the tree. And so right now I think Denver is not practicing a lot of healthy behaviors. I'll say that as one possibility. But also, Cheryl, I just got to be kind of upfront with what I'm seeing here. And I get the feeling that, let's think about this here. There is a cutting to growth. In other words, there is no movement towards growing towards you right now. It's not. And if anything, you said yourself, there is no communication. Communication has been cut off. Growth right now has been cut off.
I think that's what I see. And I think that what Banshee said earlier about, possible lifestyle choices, these choices may also be cutting away from their health. And so I'm wondering if there is, over reliance on food, drink, or other things to kind of carry them through a very trying career, a busy career, a competitive career.
Yeah. So that's what we have for you right now, Cheryl. Sorry it's not better news. The cards are kind of cranky with you today, I'm afraid. But hang in there, okay?
Thanks for the question.
Thank you for waiting, too. And hey, okay, Sonali, you are up. And after Sonali, Seven Ocean Sky, Egg Lady, and Pragya if they've come back. Okay, Sonali, just put your question out there. We're ready to go. Want mine again?
Sure.
Okay. You're welcome, Cheryl. Oh, yeah, career and divine message. Okay. All right, let's see what we get. Here you go. What you looking for, Mr. O?
I'm looking at how crashed out the cats are.
I know the other cats are totally passed out. Well, it almost worked for Sonny. He was pretty good here.
He just likes being here that much.
Yeah. It's me. It is. And you know it too. All right, some interesting career cards indeed. We have the Moon reversed. We have the King of Wands upright. And we have the Knight of Swords reversed.
Well, these probably talk more towards the career, and this probably talks more towards the divine. But let's take a look at that. I'm starting with the one in the center, which is that King of Wands. And that's a good omen for career cards. That talks about somebody who has mastered their skills or their trade in enterprise. They're pretty forceful. They control what they're doing. Maybe they're an actual business person, or maybe they're just somebody who has success with networking in different ways. Moving along, we see that Knight of Swords reversed. And so that could be indicating that there are times where you do need to scale back how forceful you want to implement certain decisions, that you may have better success if you work maybe more from a consensus point of view rather than, this is my way kind of thing. So you might want to be more of a magnanimous leader or business person in career decisions, or if you have the opportunity to be that person in your business. Now, with a divine message and the moon reversed, that could be indicating that you may be uncovering something that's been bothering you in terms of a mystery or a suspicion or feeling you have about something, the kind of thing that has mostly been unknown or mysterious or not able to figure out easily in your life, your circumstance.
Yeah, the King of Wands is very driven and very successful. So I sense there's some, if you haven't been experiencing this, I think something really positive may be opening up for you. And it's basically because you deserve it. You're going to be recognized for, being very strong leader perhaps, or very strong with skills in your particular area. This is a very positive card, but the Knight of Swords reversed may be indicating to me, be careful how you communicate, this power that you have, this influence that you have, and these abilities that you have. Some people may may not take it the right way, and they may think maybe like you're grandstanding or you're showing off. So just be skillful with how you communicate with others. Give credit to people when credit is due. Be fair, in how you treat others, and things should go well in a career environment. I also think the King of Wands, if this is not you, Pragya, it could be,
Sonali.
I'm sorry, Sonali, it could be somebody who helps and guides you, to a position. It might be some leader of industry who wants you on their team. So, that's a possibility, as well as you might meet or you might have an interview with somebody who is very dynamic in that regard. And as far as it goes, I think he's right about the moon. Something is going to come to light to you that you need to know. And I think that's the divine message, is to pay attention, to things that are being said to you, maybe even people's body language. You're going to get a message clearly about something that you need to know. And let's check with the Lenormand. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Well, and definitely communication is very important in a diplomatic job. Okay, we have the Child here. And I have the Rope. And I think what this basically means is that something is going to happen soon, but it's going to be a small step forward for you in a career. It's not going to be a huge leap, but it's going to be a small step forward that could lead to something better. And I think with the Rope being here the way it is, it's going to happen soon.
That's pretty much what I have too. I don't know the Lenormand more to say that, but I think that what I was going to go back over here with the Knight of Swords and say that I think that this tells me what your challenge is with that whole thing, and now with your question, is that you should just always be aware of what other people may be out there who have contrary feelings about you and your place there. That you're always going to have maybe a little bit of a sense of, I hate to say it, but personal enemies, people that basically would be your competition or would be opposed to what these wishes are.
That's what we have for you. I hope that helps. Sonali, good luck.
Good luck.
Thanks for sticking with us. And Seven Ocean Sky, you are up if you are still with us. Are you here?
I thought you might be. Thank you. Good luck.
Good luck with that. I think it's wonderful.
We love the folks from India who drop in, or some who are now living in our country here in America. We feel honored that they trust us enough to ask us questions.
And in my professional world, I got to entertain an ambassador from the United Arab Emirates, I think, who came to do a talk at the place I work at, and it was very, very nice. Happened to be the first, I believe, female ambassador for that country. So it was a very fascinating experience for me.
I put their name in.
All right, we're checking on Seven Ocean Sky. And meanwhile, I'm just going to see if Egg Lady and Pragya have returned or if they are gone. Just say yes or no so we know if you're still here. Because if not, then Seven Oceans will be our last reading. And if they're not here, we're going to close out the day.
Your cards were fairly positive.
I think for the most part, yes, they were. The moon, upright or reversed, is not a bad card. And the only card that had some negativity attached was the Knight of Swords. So all in all, it was a pretty good reading. Last call for 7 Ocean Sky. Just let us know you're here. Or Pragya or Egg Lady.
You're welcome. Best of luck.
We'll give them just a moment and remind everybody our anniversary is coming. And so it's coming sooner than I'm ready for.
A week from today.
But we will be doing some stuff in the whole month of August for everybody. Show our appreciation for putting up with us for a year. It's been a great adventure.
If you're looking for some other content from us on our YouTube channel, go ahead and go to our modality readings, which just came out about a week ago. Also, you can see my emotional exchanges reading and Banshee's material manners, which cover the emotional and the material matters in your life.
You're very welcome, Casey. Happy birthday celebrating. And good luck, everybody, with your readings. We enjoyed reading for you today. I would like to thank Sunny for at least being 80% cooperative today during our stream. And thank Catnip for making the difference, I think. And I'd like to thank all of you for joining us.
Oh, Sonali, that's not our wedding anniversary.
Oh, no.
It's our show
It's
anniversary.
our live streaming anniversary.
But this year is a big wedding anniversary.
Is it?
Well,
Not
30,
exactly.
39.
39. And that
That's in
will be in
November.
November. And you better believe we'll be celebrating it on a live stream. But we're celebrating a year of live streaming, and we hope you join us again. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.